Chapter 1. Early Life and Background. Family Origins. Humphrey Bogart, an iconic figure in American cinema, was born into a family with deep roots in both art and society. His father, a prominent surgeon, and his mother, a talented illustrator, provided a nurturing environment that fostered creativity. The blend of artistic and intellectual influences in his upbringing would later shape Bogart's multifaceted persona. As a child, he was exposed to the world of theatre and literature, which ignited his passion for performance from a young age. Bogart's family background reveals much about the man he would become. His paternal lineage traced back to the early colonial days in America, while his maternal side had strong connections to the arts. This rich heritage instilled in him a sense of individuality and a desire to carve his own path. Unlike many of his contemporaries, Bogart did not come from a family of actors. Instead, he was encouraged to pursue his interests, leading to a unique blend of confidence and grit in his character. As a young man, Bogart's family expectations were high, but he often felt the pressure to conform to societal norms. His parents envisioned a stable career for him, possibly in medicine or law, reflecting their own professional backgrounds. However, Bogart's rebellious spirit often clashed with these expectations. He sought solace in the theatre, where he found a sense of belonging and a platform to express his true self. The influence of his family was evident even as he navigated the tumultuous waters of Hollywood. They provided a steadfast support system as he faced the challenges of the entertainment industry. Despite the glamour and glitz, Bogart remained grounded, often attributing his resilience to the values instilled by his family. This foundation became a cornerstone of his success, allowing him to maintain authenticity in a world often driven by superficiality. Ultimately, Bogart's family origins played a crucial role in shaping his identity and career. The combination of artistic heritage and familial support set the stage for his evolution into one of Hollywood's most enduring legends. As he forged his path, the lessons learned from his family remained at the forefront, influencing not just his performances, but also his approach to life and relationships. Bogart's legacy is not only defined by his iconic roles but also by the rich tapestry of his familial roots that shaped the man behind the legend. Childhood in New York City. Humphrey Bogart's childhood in New York City was a reflection of the vibrant and diverse environment that surrounded him. Born on December 25, 1899, he was the only child of a successful surgeon and an illustrator, which provided him with a unique perspective on both the arts and the sciences. Growing up in a well-off family, Bogart was exposed to a variety of cultural influences that would later shape his career as an actor. The bustling streets of New York City, filled with theaters and art galleries, served as an early inspiration for his artistic aspirations. The early years of Bogart's life were marked by a mix of privilege and personal challenges. His father, a stern and demanding figure, had high expectations for his son, while his mother's artistic inclinations encouraged a love for creativity. This duality created a complex relationship with his parents, as Bogart navigated the pressures of conforming to their expectations while also seeking his own identity. His experiences in this dynamic household played a crucial role in developing his character, instilling resilience that would later define his persona on screen. As a young boy, Bogart spent much of his time exploring the streets of Manhattan. He was particularly fascinated by the vibrant theater district, where he would later establish his career. The characters and stories he encountered during these formative years left a lasting impression on him, feeding his imagination and aspirations. It was in this urban landscape that he first dreamt of becoming an actor, inspired by the performances he witnessed and the stories that unfolded around him. Attending various schools throughout his childhood, Bogart's education was a mixed experience. While he struggled academically, he thrived in the arts, often participating in school plays and performances. These early experiences in drama provided him with a sense of belonging and ignited his passion for acting. The encouragement he received from teachers and peers motivated him to pursue a career in the performing arts, setting the stage for his future success. Ultimately, Bogart's childhood in New York City was a tapestry of influences that shaped his personality and career. The combination of his privileged upbringing, familial challenges, and the rich cultural atmosphere of the city contributed to the development of a unique individual. This early life experience laid the groundwork for the legendary actor he would become, allowing him to draw upon his past as he portrayed complex characters in films that would captivate audiences for decades to come. Education and early influences. Humphrey Bogart was born on December 25, 1899, in New York City to a well-to-do family. His father, a prominent surgeon, and his mother, an accomplished illustrator, provided him with a stable upbringing. This environment nurtured his early interests in the arts, particularly in theatre and literature. Growing up in a household that valued creativity, young Bogart was exposed to various cultural influences that would later shape his career in acting. As a child, Bogart attended the prestigious Trinity School and later enrolled in the Phillips Academy in Andover, Massachusetts. These institutions not only provided him with a solid education but also allowed him to develop his passion for performing arts. His experiences in school plays and local theatre productions encouraged him to pursue acting as a potential career. However, despite his artistic inclinations, Bogart initially struggled with self-doubt regarding his abilities in the competitive world of theatre. After completing his education, Bogart's early career took him through various jobs, including a stint as a sailor in the United States Navy during World War I. This experience broadened his horizons and exposed him to diverse cultures, further influencing his worldview and artistic expression. Post-war, he returned to New York, where he began to take acting more seriously, landing roles in Broadway productions. His time on stage was crucial, as it helped him refine his craft and establish connections within the industry. Bogart's breakthrough came in the 1920s when he transitioned to film, capitalizing on the skills he had honed in theatre. His early roles, although often overshadowed by more prominent actors, showcased his unique style and on-screen presence. The combination of his distinctive voice and rugged looks set him apart from his contemporaries. As he gained more experience, Bogart's confidence grew, leading to roles that would eventually define his career and cement his status as a Hollywood icon. Ultimately, the education and influences that shaped Humphrey Bogart in his formative years played a significant role in his success. The artistic environment fostered by his family, coupled with his educational experiences, laid the foundation for his acting career. These early influences not only prepared him for the challenges of the entertainment industry but also contributed to the development of the legendary persona that he would become known for, making him a timeless figure in cinematic history. Chapter 2: The Road to Hollywood. Early career in theatre. Humphrey Bogart's early career in theatre was marked by both struggle and determination, setting the stage for his later success in film. Born in 1899, Bogart initially pursued acting as a way to escape the constraints of his privileged upbringing. He found himself drawn to the stage, where he could express his creative passions and explore a range of characters. His early performances, though often overshadowed by more established actors, were crucial in shaping his distinctive style and approach to acting. After attempting his hand at various roles, Bogart landed a position with a prominent theatrical company, which allowed him to hone his craft. This experience was invaluable as he navigated the competitive world of theatre. He faced numerous challenges, including typecasting and limited opportunities, but these obstacles only fueled his resolve. Bogart's performances began attracting attention, and he developed a reputation for his unique delivery and presence on stage. In the 1920s, Bogart's persistence paid off as he secured roles in several Broadway productions. His participation in these shows introduced him to influential figures in the industry, broadening his network and opening doors to future opportunities. Despite the highs and lows of live performances, he remained steadfast in his pursuit of excellence. This period of his life was not only a formative time for his acting skills but also a period of personal growth as he learned to navigate the complexities of the entertainment world. As Bogart transitioned from theatre to film, the lessons learned during his early career became apparent. The discipline and character work he cultivated on stage translated seamlessly to the silver screen, enhancing his performances in later films. His understanding of timing, emotion, and audience connection proved invaluable as he faced the challenges of a rapidly changing industry. This transition marked a pivotal moment in his career, setting him on the path to becoming a legendary figure in Hollywood. Ultimately, Bogart's early career in theatre laid the groundwork for his future as a cinematic icon. The experiences, friendships, and challenges he encountered during this time shaped not only his acting style but also his approach to life and career. His journey from the theatre to becoming one of the most celebrated actors of all time is a testament to his tenacity and passion for the craft. Transition to film. The transition of Humphrey Bogart from stage to film marked a significant turning point in his career. Initially, Bogart found success in theatre, where his distinctive voice and commanding presence captivated audiences. However, as the film industry began to flourish in the early 1930s, he recognized the potential that the silver screen held for expanding his reach and solidifying his legacy. This shift was not merely a career move, it was an evolution that would define his future as one of Hollywood's most iconic figures. Bogart's first foray into film came with minor roles in productions like The Dance of Life and The Bad Sister. These early performances allowed him to hone his craft, yet they did not garner significant attention. It was not until he took on the role of Duke Mantee in The Petrified Forest that he truly began to make waves in Hollywood. This film not only showcased his talent but also introduced him to a broader audience, paving the way for more substantial roles in the future. As Bogart's reputation grew, so did the complexity of the characters he portrayed. He moved away from the stereotypical roles of the time, seeking parts that challenged him and resonated with viewers. His portrayal of tough, morally ambiguous characters became his trademark, and films like High Sierra and The Maltese Falcon solidified his status as a leading man in the film noir genre. These roles allowed Bogart to display a range of emotions, proving he was more than just a one-dimensional actor. The transition to film also meant adapting to a new medium, one that required different skills than those used in live theater. Bogart learned to convey emotion subtly, using his expressions and voice to communicate with the camera rather than a live audience. This ability to adapt was crucial as he navigated the changing landscape of Hollywood, where the demand for more nuanced performances was on the rise. Ultimately, Bogart's transition to film was a testament to his talent and determination. He not only embraced the challenges of this new medium but also transformed it through his unique style and presence. As he continued to evolve as an actor, he laid the groundwork for future generations, leaving behind a legacy that would influence the world of cinema for decades to come. Struggles and breakthroughs. Humphrey Bogart's life was marked by numerous struggles that shape him into the iconic figure we recognize today. From a young age, he faced the challenges of a privileged upbringing that did not align with his aspirations. His early attempts in the acting world were met with rejection and disappointment, as he struggled to find his footing in a competitive industry. This period of hardship would prove to be crucial in developing his resilience and determination. As Bogart navigated the tumultuous waters of Hollywood, he encountered significant personal and professional setbacks. The transition from stage to screen was not seamless, and he often found himself typecast in minor roles. These struggles, while disheartening, fueled his ambition to prove himself as a serious actor. His dedication to his craft led him to take on more complex characters, ultimately paving the way for his breakthrough performances. The turning point in Bogart's career came with the release of The Maltese Falcon in 1941. This film not only showcased his acting prowess but also established him as a leading man in Hollywood. The role of Private Detective Sam Spade resonated with audiences and critics alike, marking the beginning of his ascent to stardom. It was a breakthrough that would change the trajectory of his life, transforming him from a struggling actor into a beloved cinematic icon. However, with fame came new struggles, as Bogart grappled with the pressures of celebrity life. The demands of the industry and the expectations of his fans weighed heavily on him. He faced personal challenges, including his tumultuous marriage to actress Mayo Method, which often played out in the public eye. Despite these difficulties, Bogart remained steadfast in his pursuit of authentic storytelling through film, using his experiences to inform his performances. Ultimately, Bogart's journey is one of perseverance and resilience. His struggles shape his character, both on and off screen, making him a relatable figure to many. The breakthroughs he achieved were not just a testament to his talent, but also to his unwavering spirit in the face of adversity. This narrative of struggle and triumph continues to inspire future generations, ensuring that the legacy of Humphrey Bogart remains enduring and profound. Chapter 3: Rise to Stardom. Key roles and iconic performances. Humphrey Bogart's career spanned over 3 decades, during which he established himself as one of the most iconic figures in American cinema. His journey began in the theater, where he honed his craft before transitioning to film in the early 1930s. It was his distinctive voice, expressive eyes, and the ability to portray complex characters that captured the hearts of audiences and critics alike. Bogart's performances were not merely roles, they were experiences that resonated deeply with viewers, making him a household name. Among his many roles, the character of Rick Blaine in Casablanca remains one of Bogart's most celebrated performances. This film, released in 1942, is often hailed as a classic, and Bogart's portrayal of the cynical yet noble bar owner showcased his range as an actor. The emotional depth he brought to the role, coupled with the film's romantic and political themes, contributed to its lasting impact on cinema. This performance solidified his status as a leading man and showcased his ability to convey vulnerability amidst a tough exterior. Another standout role was in The Maltese Falcon, where Bogart played the hard-boiled detective Sam Spade. This film, released in 1941, is regarded as a cornerstone of the film noir genre, and Bogart's performance was pivotal in defining the archetype of the morally ambiguous hero. His portrayal of Spade, with its blend of charm and ruthlessness, became a template for future characters in noir films. This role not only demonstrated his versatility but also highlighted his ability to immerse himself in characters that were both flawed and compelling. Bogart's collaboration with director John Huston resulted in some of his most memorable works, including The African Queen. In this 1951 film, he played the role of Charlie Allnut, a boozy yet resourceful boat captain. His performance earned him an Academy Award for Best Actor, marking a significant milestone in his career. This role showcased his comedic timing and ability to navigate both drama and humor, further proving his incredible range as an actor. The chemistry between Bogart and his co-star Katharine Hepburn also added depth to the film, making it a memorable cinematic experience. Throughout his career, Humphrey Bogart not only defined a generation of film but also left an indelible mark on the industry. His key roles and iconic performances have influenced countless actors and filmmakers, establishing a legacy that continues to inspire. Bogart's ability to embody complex characters with authenticity and depth is what makes him a true legend in the world of cinema, ensuring that his contributions will never be forgotten. Collaborations with notable directors. Humphrey Bogart's career was marked by a series of remarkable collaborations with some of the most notable directors in Hollywood. These partnerships not only shaped his on-screen persona but also elevated the art of filmmaking during the golden age of Hollywood. Directors such as John Huston and Howard Hawks played pivotal roles in defining Bogart's legacy, allowing him to explore complex characters and compelling narratives that resonated with audiences. The impact of World War II on his career. The impact of World War II on Humphrey Bogart's career was profound and transformative. As the war raged across Europe and the Pacific, Hollywood found itself at the forefront of a cultural shift, with many actors, including Bogart, stepping up to support the war effort. This period saw Bogart transition from a promising actor to a leading man, as his roles began to reflect the complexities and moral ambiguities of the time. The war not only influenced the types of films being produced, but also shaped the public's perception of its stars. During the early 1940s, Bogart became synonymous with the tough, gritty characters that audiences craved. Movies like Casablanca and To Have and Have Not showcased his ability to embody the conflicted hero, a reflection of the societal struggles during wartime. These performances resonated with viewers, who were seeking hope and resilience amidst the chaos of global conflict. The characters he portrayed often mirrored the bravery and sacrifice of those fighting overseas, solidifying his status as a cinematic icon. Moreover, Bogart's involvement in the war effort extended beyond the silver screen. He was an advocate for various military charities and participated in fundraisers aimed at supporting soldiers and their families. This engagement endeared him to the American public and positioned him as not just a movie star, but a symbol of patriotism. His commitment to the war effort added depth to his already complex persona, making him a relatable figure during a time of uncertainty. Post-war, the landscape of Hollywood began to change, with audiences craving more realism and authenticity in their films. Bogart, already established as a formidable actor, adapted to these changes with remarkable agility. His roles began to explore darker themes and more nuanced characters, reflecting the psychological toll of the war on society. This evolution in his career demonstrated his versatility and willingness to push artistic boundaries, ensuring his lasting legacy in film history. In summary, World War II was a catalyst for Humphrey Bogart's career development. The conflict not only shaped his public image and the types of roles he accepted, but also allowed him to connect with audiences on a deeper level. As he navigated the complexities of fame and the realities of war, Bogart emerged as a defining figure of his era, leaving an indelible mark on the cinematic landscape that would endure long after the war had ended. Chapter 4: The Golden Age of Hollywood. Major films of the era. Humphrey Bogart's career spanned some of the most significant cinematic developments of the 20th century, making him a pivotal figure in Hollywood's golden age. His filmography is marked by a series of major films that not only defined his acting style but also shaped the landscape of American cinema. From film noir to classic romances, each role he undertook contributed to his legacy as one of the greatest actors in history. Bogart's ability to portray complex characters resonated with audiences and critics alike, solidifying his status in the industry. One of the defining films of Bogart's career was Casablanca, released in 1942. This film, set against the backdrop of World War II, showcased Bogart's iconic portrayal of Rick Blaine, a cynical nightclub owner. The film's themes of love, sacrifice, and moral ambiguity struck a chord with viewers, leading to its enduring popularity. Casablanca not only earned Bogart an Academy Award nomination but also became a cultural touchstone, influencing countless films and dialogues in the years that followed. Another significant film is The Maltese Falcon, which premiered in 1941. Often regarded as the first significant film noir, this movie featured Bogart as Private Detective Sam Spade. His performance exemplified the tough guy archetype, characterized by a blend of vulnerability and grit. The film's intricate plot and hard-boiled dialogue established a template for future noir films, and Bogart's role became a defining moment in his career, showcasing his talent for complex characters caught in morally ambiguous situations. In 1951, Bogart starred in The African Queen, a film that demonstrated his versatility as an actor. In this adventure drama, he played the gruff Charlie Allnut, a role that earned him his only Academy Award for Best Actor. The film's unique setting and Bogart's chemistry with co-star Katharine Hepburn added depth to the narrative, illustrating his ability to adapt to various genres while maintaining his signature style. It marked a significant shift in his career, proving that he could captivate audiences outside the typical noir and dramatic genres. Lastly, To Have and Have Not, released in 1944, is another critical piece of Bogart's filmography. This film not only introduced audiences to his legendary on-screen partnership with Lauren Bacall but also showcased his charm and wit. Their chemistry was palpable, and this film marked the beginning of a romantic relationship that would transcend cinema and blossom into real life. The film features the famous line, "You know how to whistle, don't you, Steve? You just put your lips together and blow," which has become synonymous with Bogart's legacy in film history. Public image and fan base. Humphrey Bogart, an iconic figure in cinema, cultivated a public image that was both complex and captivating. Known for his distinctive voice and tough guy persona, he embodied the archetype of the hard-boiled detective in film noir. This image resonated deeply with audiences, creating a connection that transcended the silver screen. As viewers watched him navigate the shadows of his characters, they found a sense of authenticity that made him relatable, despite his larger-than-life status. Awards and accolades. Humphrey Bogart, an iconic figure in American cinema, received numerous awards and accolades throughout his illustrious career. His remarkable talent and unique screen presence earned him a special place in the hearts of audiences and critics alike. One of the most notable recognitions was the Academy Award for Best Actor, which he won for his unforgettable performance in The African Queen in 1952. This accolade not only solidified his status as a leading man but also highlighted his ability to transcend genres, showcasing his versatility as an actor. In addition to his Oscar win, Bogart was nominated for several other awards during his career, reflecting the critical acclaim he consistently garnered. Films such as Casablanca and The Maltese Falcon showcased his exceptional acting skills, earning him nominations and accolades that further established his legacy in Hollywood. His portrayal of complex characters resonated with audiences, and his films often received accolades from various film festivals and critic circles, further enhancing his reputation as a cinematic legend. The impact of Bogart's work extended beyond just awards. He became a cultural icon, influencing generations of actors and filmmakers. His distinctive style and persona set a standard for what it meant to be a leading man in Hollywood. The combination of his rugged charm and intense performances has inspired countless tributes and references in popular culture, cementing his status as one of the greatest actors of all time. Bogart's legacy is celebrated not only through the awards he received, but also through the continued admiration of his films. Retrospectives and film festivals often pay homage to his work, demonstrating the lasting impression he has made on the film industry. This ongoing recognition serves as a testament to the timeless quality of his performances and the relevance of his films even decades after their release. In conclusion, the awards and accolades bestowed upon Humphrey Bogart reflect his extraordinary contributions to cinema and his enduring legacy as a film icon. His ability to captivate audiences with his performances has ensured that he remains a subject of fascination for both fans and scholars alike. Through his achievements, Bogart's influence continues to be felt in the world of film, forever marking him as a true legend of the silver screen. Chapter 5. Personal Life and Relationships. Marriages and Family Life. Humphrey Bogart's marriages and family life were as intriguing as his cinematic roles. He experienced 3 significant marriages, each reflecting a different phase of his life and career. His first marriage to Helen Menken in 1926 was brief, lasting only a few years, yet it marked the beginning of his journey in navigating personal relationships amidst his burgeoning film career. This early experience set the tone for his complicated romantic life, as Bogart often sought a partner who could understand the demands of Hollywood. His second marriage to actress Mayo Method was tumultuous and often marked by public altercations. The pair were known for their intense relationship, which was both passionate and destructive. Their struggles with alcoholism and the pressures of fame created a toxic environment that eventually led to their divorce in 1945. This marriage highlighted the darker side of Bogart's life, where his on-screen charisma clashed with personal turmoil, leaving a lasting impact on his views of love and partnership. In 1945, Bogart found love once more with Lauren Bacall, a relationship that would become legendary in Hollywood. Their union is often remembered as a perfect match, both professionally and personally. They collaborated on several films, each enhancing the other's career while also building a solid family life together. Their commitment to each other was evident, and they became one of the most beloved couples in cinematic history, representing a love that was both enduring and inspiring. Family life for Bogart and Bacall was not without its challenges, as they navigated the complexities of raising children in the public eye. They welcomed 2 children into their lives, and Bogart was known to be a devoted father, despite the demands of his career. The couple's home was filled with love, laughter, and the occasional chaos that comes with family life, showcasing a side of Bogart that contrasted sharply with his tough guy persona on screen. Ultimately, Humphrey Bogart's marriages and family life reveal a man who was multifaceted, blending the glamour of Hollywood with the realities of personal relationships. His journey through love, loss, and family illustrates the profound impact these experiences had on his character and artistry. As he navigated the complexities of marriage and parenthood, he remained a compelling figure, embodying both the struggles and joys of life beyond the silver screen. Friendships and rivalries. Humphrey Bogart's life was marked by a complex web of friendships and rivalries that shaped not only his personal experiences but also his illustrious career in Hollywood. As he navigated the ups and downs of fame, Bogart formed close bonds with several iconic figures in the film industry, including Lauren Bacall, with whom he shared a passionate marriage that lasted until his death. Their relationship was a cornerstone of his life, providing both emotional support and professional collaboration, as seen in their memorable films together, which became classics in cinematic history. On the flip side, Bogart's career was not without its share of rivalries. His intense personality and unwavering commitment to his craft sometimes led to friction with fellow actors and directors. Notably, his rivalry with actors like Errol Flynn and John Wayne highlighted the competitive nature of Hollywood during the mid-20th century. These tensions often stemmed from differing acting styles and approaches to film, which Bogart navigated with his characteristic grit and determination. Despite the rivalries, Bogart's friendships often transcended the superficiality that can accompany fame. He was known for his loyalty and camaraderie, particularly among his peers in the acting community. This is exemplified by his close friendship with director John Huston, with whom he collaborated on several significant films, including Influence of Personal Life on Career. Humphrey Bogart's career was significantly shaped by his personal life, reflecting the intricate connections between an individual's experiences and their professional trajectory. Born into a well-to-do family, Bogart's early life was marked by privilege, yet it was also troubled by a sense of isolation and a struggle for identity. His formative years, filled with a mix of comfort and conflict, instilled in him a depth of character that would later translate into his iconic roles on screen. This background provided him with both the resilience and the emotional range necessary for his craft. As Bogart navigated the complexities of Hollywood, his relationships played a crucial role in defining his career path. His marriage to actress Mayo Method was tumultuous, often overshadowing his professional life and influencing his public persona. The intensity of their relationship brought forth both personal turmoil and a wealth of emotional experience, which he channeled into his performances. The highs and lows of this marriage not only affected his mental state but also shaped the characters he portrayed, making them more relatable and impactful. The later years of Bogart's life brought new connections that further influenced his work. His marriage to Lauren Bacall marked a turning point, providing him with stability and support that had previously been lacking. Bacall's presence in his life inspired him to take on more challenging roles, allowing him to explore different facets of his acting abilities. This partnership not only enhanced his personal happiness but also revitalized his career, showcasing the profound impact that a supportive relationship can have on an artist's creative output. Bogart's personal struggles, including his battle with health issues, also had a direct effect on his professional life. As he faced the challenges of illness, his determination to continue acting showcased his unwavering commitment to his craft. These experiences added layers to his performances, allowing him to portray characters with a sense of authenticity and vulnerability that resonated with audiences. The interplay between his health and his art highlighted the resilience of the human spirit, making his work all the more compelling. Ultimately, the influence of Humphrey Bogart's personal life on his career exemplifies how deeply intertwined one's experiences can be with their professional journey. His relationships, struggles, and triumphs not only shape him as a person but also defined his legacy as an actor. By understanding the man behind the legend, we gain insight into the complexities that fuel creativity and drive success, illustrating that personal experiences are often the backbone of a remarkable career. Chapter 6. Later Career and Artistic Evolution. Shift in film roles. The evolution of film roles in the mid-20th century marked a significant shift in how characters were portrayed on screen, particularly through the lens of iconic actors like Humphrey Bogart. In an age where the types of roles available to men were becoming more diverse, Bogart carved out a distinct persona that resonated with audiences. He transitioned from playing supporting roles in the early stages of his career to becoming one of Hollywood's leading men, embodying the archetypal tough guy with a heart. This shift not only reflected his individual talent, but also mirrored broader changes in the film industry during this transformative period. Bogart's portrayal of complex characters allowed for a new depth in film storytelling. Unlike the stereotypical heroes of earlier cinema, his roles often revealed a more nuanced morality, showcasing characters that were flawed yet relatable. Films such as The Maltese Falcon and Casablanca exemplified this evolution, where Bogart's characters grappled with moral dilemmas and personal sacrifice. This complexity in characterization contributed to his enduring legacy and set a new standard for acting in Hollywood. As the film industry began to embrace more realistic narratives, Bogart's performances stood out for their authenticity. The shift in his roles coincided with the rise of film noir, a genre that thrived on ambiguity and moral complexity. Through films like The Big Sleep and Key Largo, Bogart not only defined the noir hero but also influenced a generation of actors who followed in his footsteps. His ability to blend vulnerability with toughness forged a unique identity that resonated deeply with audiences and critics alike. Furthermore, Bogart's shift in film roles was not merely a personal journey but also indicative of societal changes. The post-war era brought about a yearning for authenticity and realism, and Bogart's performances reflected the mood of the times. He became a symbol of resilience, embodying the struggles and triumphs of the common man. This connection with the audience was pivotal in solidifying his status as a cultural icon in American cinema. In conclusion, the shift in film roles during Bogart's career encapsulated a broader transformation within the film industry. His journey from supporting actor to leading man not only highlights his exceptional talent, but also underscores the changing landscape of Hollywood. As new genres emerged and societal expectations evolved, Bogart's impact on film roles remains a testament to his remarkable influence and the legacy he left behind in the world of cinema. Exploration of different genres. Humphrey Bogart's illustrious career traversed multiple genres, highlighting his remarkable versatility as an actor. From the gritty atmosphere of film noir to the light-heartedness of romantic comedies, Bogart showcased his ability to adapt to various roles. His performances often reflected the complexities of human nature, drawing audiences into the narratives he portrayed. This exploration of different genres reveals not only his talent but also the evolving landscape of Hollywood during his time. In film noir, Bogart emerged as the archetypal tough guy, embodying the brooding, morally ambiguous characters that defined the genre. Movies such as The Maltese Falcon and Casablanca established him as a leading figure in this style, where shadows and moral dilemmas played crucial roles. His portrayal of Sam Spade and Rick Blaine became iconic, illustrating his knack for conveying both strength and vulnerability. These films not only solidified his status but also influenced countless actors who followed in his footsteps. Contrarily, Bogart's foray into romantic comedies showcased a different facet of his acting prowess. Films like The African Queen allowed him to display a more humorous and charming side, proving that he could captivate audiences with light-hearted banter as effectively as with intense drama. His chemistry with co-stars, particularly Katharine Hepburn, was palpable, leading to memorable scenes that balanced humor with sincerity. This expansion into comedy further demonstrated his range and willingness to challenge genre conventions. Additionally, Bogart was not confined to any single genre throughout his career. He ventured into thrillers and adventure films, as seen in his roles in To Have and Have Not and Key Largo. His ability to transition smoothly between genres set him apart and kept audiences intrigued. This willingness to embrace diverse storytelling styles contributed to the richness of his filmography, and allowed him to remain relevant in an ever-changing industry. Ultimately, Humphrey Bogart's exploration of different genres is a testament to his enduring legacy as one of Hollywood's greatest actors. His performances continue to resonate with audiences, transcending time and genre boundaries. By studying his work across various cinematic styles, one can appreciate not only his talent but also the profound impact he had on the film industry. Bogart's journey through diverse genres reflects the dynamic nature of cinema and the artistic possibilities it offers. Final projects and legacy. Humphrey Bogart's legacy is profoundly encapsulated in his final projects, which not only showcased his acting prowess but also reflected his evolving persona as an artist. The film Key Largo, released in 1948, marked Bogart's last collaboration with his beloved wife, Lauren Bacall. Their on-screen chemistry was palpable, capturing the essence of their real-life romance, and this film has since become a classic, admired for its thrilling narrative and strong performances. Through this project, Bogart solidified his status as a Hollywood icon, leaving an indelible mark on the film industry. Another significant film in Bogart's final years was The Harder They Fall, released in 1956. This film, which tackled the harsh realities of boxing and exploitation within the sport, showcased Bogart's commitment to socially relevant storytelling. His portrayal of the disillusioned sportswriter brought depth to the narrative, demonstrating his ability to tackle complex characters even in the twilight of his career. The film not only highlighted his versatility but also served as a poignant reminder of his dedication to meaningful cinema. In addition to these films, Bogart's work in television during the 1950s contributed to his legacy as a versatile performer. His appearance in various television specials allowed him to reach a broader audience and introduced his talent to a new generation. Despite the medium's limitations compared to film, Bogart's charisma and strong presence resonated with viewers, further cementing his status as a legend in the entertainment industry. Bogart's final projects were not merely a series of films, they represented the culmination of a career that spanned over 3 decades. His ability to adapt and evolve with the changing landscape of Hollywood is a testament to his talent and determination. Even in his last years, he continued to challenge himself and his audience, leaving behind a body of work that remains influential and revered. Ultimately, Humphrey Bogart's legacy is one of resilience and artistry. His final projects serve as a reflection of his journey, showcasing the evolution of a man who became synonymous with cinematic greatness. As audiences continue to celebrate his work, Bogart's contributions to film and culture endure, ensuring that his spirit lives on in the hearts of fans and aspiring actors alike. Chapter 7. The Man Behind the Legend. Personality and Personal Beliefs. Humphrey Bogart was a man of multifaceted personality, characterized by an intriguing blend of charm, intensity, and a certain ruggedness that resonated with audiences. His public persona often reflected a tough exterior, yet those who knew him personally described a deeply sensitive and introspective individual. Bogart's ability to convey complex emotions on screen was undoubtedly influenced by his rich inner life and the personal beliefs that shape his worldview. This complexity made him not just a star, but an enduring icon of American cinema. At the core of Bogart's personality was a strong sense of integrity and authenticity. He was known for his candidness and refusal to conform to societal expectations, a trait that endeared him to many fans. This authenticity extended beyond his film roles. It was evident in his personal relationships and his commitment to his craft. Bogart's belief in staying true to oneself, regardless of public opinion, was a defining characteristic that set him apart in Hollywood's often superficial landscape. Another significant aspect of Bogart's personal beliefs was his disdain for pretentiousness and hypocrisy. He valued straightforwardness and was not afraid to speak his mind, whether in interviews or during social gatherings. This forthright approach often led to clashes with industry norms and expectations, but it also earned him respect among peers. His unwillingness to engage in the typical Hollywood game of politics reflected his genuine nature and reinforced his image as a man of principle. Bogart's personality was also shaped by his life experiences, which included a tumultuous upbringing and the challenges of navigating fame. These experiences fostered a sense of resilience within him, allowing him to face adversity with a stoic attitude. His belief in perseverance and hard work became evident not only in his career but also in his personal life, where he often confronted challenges head-on rather than shying away from them. Ultimately, Humphrey Bogart's personality and personal beliefs contributed significantly to his legacy. They painted a portrait of a man who was not only a talented actor but also a principled individual unafraid to stand up for what he believed in. This mixture of strength and vulnerability made him relatable to audiences and solidified his status as a legendary figure in film history. Philanthropy and social contributions. Humphrey Bogart, known primarily for his iconic roles in classic films, also had a profound impact through his philanthropic efforts. He believed that his success in Hollywood came with a responsibility to give back to society. Throughout his life, Bogart supported various causes, focusing on those that aimed to improve the lives of others and promote social justice. His contributions went beyond mere financial assistance. He actively engaged in campaigns and initiatives that aligned with his values. One of the most notable aspects of Bogart's philanthropy was his dedication to the war effort during World War II. He used his celebrity status to raise awareness and funds for organizations supporting soldiers and their families. This involvement not only showcased his patriotism but also highlighted his commitment to humanitarian causes. Bogart understood the importance of using his platform to advocate for those in need, and his actions inspired many others in the entertainment industry to do the same. In addition to his wartime contributions, Bogart was a staunch supporter of civil rights. He often spoke out against racial injustice and stood in solidarity with movements that fought for equality. His friendships with prominent figures in the civil rights movement illustrated his unwavering belief in fairness and justice. Bogart's willingness to lend his voice to such causes marked him as a progressive figure in a time when many chose to remain silent. Bogart's philanthropic engagements extended to environmental causes as well. He was an early advocate for wildlife conservation and was involved in efforts to protect natural habitats. His passion for the outdoors and respect for nature were reflected in his support for various initiatives aimed at preserving the environment. This aspect of his philanthropy remains significant, as it resonates with contemporary discussions about environmental stewardship and sustainability. Ultimately, Humphrey Bogart's legacy transcends his film career. His commitment to philanthropy and social contributions showcases a man who is not only a legendary actor but also a compassionate individual dedicated to making a difference. His life serves as a reminder that fame can be a powerful tool for positive change, inspiring future generations to engage in philanthropy and contribute to the betterment of society. Behind the scenes, the real Humphrey Bogart. Humphrey Bogart, often celebrated for his iconic roles in classic films, was a man of many layers beyond the silver screen. While audiences were captivated by his tough guy persona and distinctive voice, few knew the complexities of his private life. Growing up in New York City, Bogart's early experiences shaped not only his acting style but also his worldview. He was far more than just a Hollywood star. He was a thinker, a lover of literature, and a passionate advocate for social causes. Behind the scenes, Bogart was known for his keen intellect and wit. He engaged in spirited conversations with fellow actors and writers, often delving into topics such as politics and philosophy. His friendships with notable figures, including playwrights and directors, revealed a side of him that was deeply engaged with the arts. This intellectual curiosity not only enriched his performances but also defined his character off-screen, as he sought to challenge conventional norms in his personal and professional life. Moreover, Bogart's relationships were notably complex. His marriage to actress Lauren Bacall became legendary not just for their on-screen chemistry but also for their mutual respect and understanding. Their partnership was marked by shared interests and ambitions, and they often collaborated creatively. However, Bogart's previous marriages were fraught with turbulence, reflecting the emotional struggles he faced in balancing fame and personal happiness. The actor's passion for sailing and adventure also played a significant role in his life. He found solace and freedom on the water, often retreating to his beloved yacht, the Santana. This love for sailing provided him with an escape from the pressures of Hollywood and allowed him to reconnect with his true self. In many ways, the sea mirrored his inner spirit, embodying both adventure and a longing for peace. Ultimately, the real Humphrey Bogart was a multifaceted individual whose life extended far beyond the roles he portrayed. His legacy is not merely defined by his films but also by his passionate engagement with the world around him. Understanding the man behind the legend offers invaluable insights into the complexities of human nature and the eternal quest for authenticity in an often superficial industry. Chapter 8. Death and Lasting Legacy. Final Years and Health Issues. In the final years of Humphrey Bogart's life, the iconic actor faced numerous health challenges that would ultimately shape his legacy. Despite his hard-edged persona on screen, Bogart was deeply affected by the physical toll of his profession. He struggled with various ailments, including a persistent cough and significant weight loss, which raised concerns among his family and friends. This period marked a stark contrast to the robust and dynamic character that audiences had come to admire. As Bogart's health deteriorated, he continued to work, demonstrating a remarkable commitment to his craft. His determination to complete films, even in the face of illness, revealed a profound dedication to his art. However, this relentless pursuit of his career came at a great cost, as he often pushed through pain and exhaustion. The tension between his professional ambitions and personal well-being became increasingly evident, leading to a sense of urgency and vulnerability in his performances. In 1956, Bogart was diagnosed with esophageal cancer, a diagnosis that profoundly impacted his life and career. Initially, he attempted to keep the news private, fearing it would alter public perception of him. However, as his condition worsened, he had no choice but to confront the reality of his illness. The diagnosis served as a turning point, forcing him to reflect on his life and the legacy he wished to leave behind. During this challenging time, Bogart found solace in the support of his loved ones, particularly his wife, Lauren Bacall. Their bond deepened in the wake of his health struggles, as Bacall became a pillar of strength for him. She helped navigate the complexities of treatment and provided emotional support, allowing Bogart to focus on his recovery. Their relationship, forged in the fires of Hollywood glamour, became a testament to resilience and love in the face of adversity. Despite his declining health, Bogart's impact on cinema remained undeniable. He continued to inspire generations of actors and filmmakers, leaving behind a legacy that transcended his personal struggles. His final performances, marked by an intensity and authenticity that resonated with audiences, showcased the enduring spirit of a man who faced his mortality with courage. As the curtain fell on his life, Humphrey Bogart's story became not just one of triumphs, but also of the human condition's fragility. Impact on film and popular culture. Humphrey Bogart's impact on film and popular culture is profound and enduring. His portrayal of complex, often flawed characters redefined masculinity in Hollywood, creating a template for the anti-hero that would influence generations of actors. With his distinctive voice and mannerisms, Bogart became an icon, embodying the tough yet vulnerable spirit of post-war America. Films like Casablanca and The Maltese Falcon not only showcased his talent but also left an indelible mark on cinematic history. Bogart's unique style extended beyond his performances. It seeped into the fashion and attitudes of the time. The fedora, trench coat, and cigarette became synonymous with his image, influencing men's fashion for decades. His characters often exuded a cool detachment that appealed to audiences and became a cultural benchmark for coolness. This archetype paved the way for future stars like Steve McQueen and Clint Eastwood, who would draw inspiration from Bogart's on-screen persona. The dialogue from Bogart's films has also permeated everyday language, with phrases from his movies becoming part of the cultural lexicon. Lines like "Here's looking at you, kid" have transcended their contexts, becoming emblematic of romance and nostalgia. This linguistic legacy illustrates how Bogart's work continues to resonate, as references to his films frequently appear in contemporary media, reinforcing his status as a cultural touchstone. Moreover, Bogart's influence can be seen in the thematic elements of modern storytelling. His films often tackled issues of morality, loyalty, and betrayal, themes that remain relevant in today's cinema. The noir genre, which Bogart helped popularize, has evolved but still retains the essence of his contributions, influencing filmmakers who aspire to capture the same sense of gritty realism in their narratives. In summary, the impact of Humphrey Bogart on film and popular culture is both significant and multifaceted. His legacy as an actor, fashion icon, and cultural symbol continues to inspire and shape the arts. As new generations discover his work, Bogart's persona endures, reminding us of the timelessness of great storytelling and characterization in cinema. Tributes and commemorations. Humphrey Bogart, a titan of cinema, has inspired countless tributes and commemorations since his passing. His unique blend of charisma and talent captivated audiences, and his legacy continues to thrive in various forms. From film festivals celebrating his work to dedicated fan clubs that honor his memory, Bogart's impact on the film industry is indelible. Each tribute serves as a reminder of his significant contributions to the art of storytelling on screen. One of the most notable commemorations took place on the centenary of his birth in 1899. Fans and fellow actors alike gathered to celebrate his life and career, sharing anecdotes and reflections on what made Bogart an enduring symbol of Hollywood. Special screenings of his iconic films, such as Casablanca and The Maltese Falcon, were held, drawing in audiences both old and new. These events not only honor his work but also rekindle interest in classic cinema, showcasing the timelessness of his performances. In addition to film festivals, Bogart's influence is evident in various cultural references and artistic tributes. Numerous books and documentaries have been produced that delve into his life, exploring both his professional achievements and personal struggles. These works often highlight his role in shaping the film noir genre, illustrating how his performances have left a lasting imprint on the industry. Artists and filmmakers continue to draw inspiration from his enigmatic persona, confirming that his legacy transcends generations. Bogart's contributions have also been recognized with statues and memorials in several locations. One such tribute can be found in Hollywood, where a bronze statue stands as a testament to his enduring influence on the entertainment industry. This statue, along with others, invites fans and tourists to reflect on his life and the characters he portrayed. These physical commemorations serve as focal points for admiration and remembrance, ensuring that newcomers to his work are introduced to the man behind the legend. Ultimately, the tributes and commemorations surrounding Humphrey Bogart are a celebration of his life and artistry. They provide a space for fans to connect, share stories, and appreciate the profound impact he had on cinema. Each tribute not only commemorates Bogart's accomplishments but also inspires future generations to explore his films and the rich history of Hollywood. Through these efforts, the legacy of Humphrey Bogart remains vibrant and alive in the hearts of many, ensuring that he will never be forgotten. Chapter 9. Reflections on a Cultural Icon. Analysis of his filmography. Humphrey Bogart's filmography is a testament to his evolution as an actor and his profound impact on cinema. Beginning his career in the 1920s, Bogart initially appeared in minor roles, often in the background of larger productions. However, his distinctive voice and rugged persona eventually led him to more prominent roles. This early phase laid the groundwork for his eventual emergence as a leading man in Hollywood, setting the stage for the iconic roles that would define his legacy. The 1940s marked a significant turning point in Bogart's career, highlighted by his performance in The Maltese Falcon. This film not only showcased his ability to portray complex characters but also solidified his status as a major star. The film's success paved the way for a series of critically acclaimed performances, including his role in Casablanca, which remains one of the most celebrated films in cinematic history. It is during this decade that Bogart truly became synonymous with the tough guy archetype, captivating audiences with his charm and intensity. In the following years, Bogart continued to challenge himself with diverse roles in films such as To Have and Have Not and The Big Sleep. His collaborations with directors like Howard Hawks and John Huston highlighted his versatility and willingness to push the boundaries of his craft. These films not only showcased his range as an actor but also contributed to the film noir genre, a style that Bogart would come to epitomize. His on-screen presence was magnetic, drawing viewers into the complex worlds of his characters. As the 1950s approached, Bogart's choice of roles began to reflect a more introspective approach to acting. Films like The African Queen allowed him to explore different dimensions of his talent, earning him an Academy Award for Best Actor. This period marked a maturation in his career, where he sought out projects that resonated with him personally, rather than simply chasing commercial success. His performances during this time demonstrated a depth and nuance that further endeared him to audiences and critics alike. Ultimately, Humphrey Bogart's filmography is not merely a collection of films. It is a rich narrative that chronicles his journey as an artist. Each role he undertook contributed to his legend, leaving an indelible mark on the film industry. His ability to adapt and grow throughout his career serves as an inspiration for future generations of actors. Bogart's legacy endures, reminding us of the power of storytelling and the profound impact of a truly great performer. Influence on future generations. Humphrey Bogart's legacy extends far beyond the silver screen. It has deeply influenced future generations of actors, filmmakers, and film enthusiasts. His unique style, characterized by a blend of toughness and vulnerability, set a benchmark for male leads in Hollywood. This influence is evident in the performances of countless actors who cite Bogart as a primary inspiration. They emulate his distinctive delivery and nuanced portrayal of complex characters, ensuring that his impact is felt in every new generation of film. The themes present in Bogart's films, such as love, loyalty, and moral ambiguity, resonate with audiences even today. His ability to navigate these themes with authenticity has allowed his work to remain relevant, prompting discussions around the human condition that span decades. As new filmmakers draw from his narratives, they often blend these timeless themes with contemporary issues, maintaining Bogart's influence in modern storytelling. Moreover, Bogart's off-screen persona, marked by his wit and authenticity, has become a model for personal branding in the entertainment industry. Future actors have learned the importance of cultivating a public image that reflects genuine personality traits, as opposed to merely acting a part. This understanding encourages a deeper connection with audiences, fostering loyalty and admiration that Bogart enjoyed throughout his career. Educational institutions have also recognized Bogart's influence, incorporating his films into film studies curricula. His work serves as a case study for aspiring actors and directors, illustrating the intricacies of performance and direction. Through analysis of his films, students gain insight into the artistry of cinema and the lasting impact of Bogart's contributions to the art form. In conclusion, Humphrey Bogart's influence on future generations is profound and multifaceted. His legacy not only shapes the craft of acting and filmmaking but also encourages individuals to embrace authenticity in their personal and professional lives. As long as his films are celebrated and studied, Bogart's spirit will continue to inspire and guide those who seek to make their mark in the world of cinema. The enduring allure of Humphrey Bogart. Humphrey Bogart remains an iconic figure in American cinema, embodying a unique blend of charisma and complexity that resonates with audiences even decades after his passing. His portrayals in classic films such as Casablanca and The Maltese Falcon have cemented his status as a cultural icon, with his distinctive voice and tough guy persona setting a standard for character actors in Hollywood. Bogart's ability to convey deep emotional layers, often beneath a hardened exterior, makes his performances timeless and relatable across generations. The allure of Bogart goes beyond his cinematic achievements. It is intertwined with his personal life and the mystique that surrounded him. He was not just an actor but a man of contradictions, whose off-screen life was as captivating as the characters he portrayed. His relationships, particularly with actresses such as Lauren Bacall, reveal a softer side that contrasts sharply with his on-screen tough guy image. This duality is part of what continues to fascinate fans and scholars alike, as they seek to understand the man behind the legend. Moreover, Bogart's influence on modern cinema cannot be overstated. He paved the way for a new type of leading man, one who was flawed yet relatable, and his impact can be seen in countless actors who followed in his footsteps. The film noir genre, in particular, owes much to his style and approach, with many contemporary films echoing the themes and character archetypes that he helped popularize. This enduring legacy keeps the conversation about Bogart alive, ensuring that new audiences discover his work and its significance. Critics and fans alike often reflect on Bogart's ability to encapsulate the human experience within his roles. He portrayed characters that grappled with morality, love, and betrayal, allowing viewers to see themselves within the narratives he presented. This relatability, combined with his undeniable talent, creates an allure that transcends time and culture, allowing his films to endure in popularity. Each generation finds something new in his performances, further solidifying his status as a cinematic legend. As we continue to explore the life and career of Humphrey Bogart, it becomes clear that his legacy is not merely confined to his filmography. His enduring appeal lies in the complexity of his character and the profound impact he made on the landscape of American cinema. The fascination with Bogart is a testament to his artistry and the way he managed to connect with audiences, making him not just a star of his time, but an everlasting icon in the hearts of many.